All right, so another week, another Duncan Miller Model 50 that we've got going here. Got some time on it right now, but if you hit the knob there, it does show the violation flag, and I'll probably put a picture in the listing of the expired flag being up, but it works fine. Pretty nice patina on this one, the old thumb. The spot where your thumb goes does have some wear, but the coin plate on this one is the best out of all five that I got. No real issues on the front here. A couple of little scrapes and stuff. To turn it over, I do need to show off that this one had some corrosion right in here. So you can see that goes up to the coin chute there. There's actually a little notch off of the coin chute right there. Let's get that to focus right there. We'll turn it over and show you right there. Get a little notch off of that. And then there's some corrosion there as well. And then I've got some corrosion on one of the stays there where the bolt goes into. It's all superficial except for that one tiny little piece that came off. You can see it was probably sitting down in a very small pool of water. There's no other corrosion that goes up. Just to show it off quick, we don't have any of the green oxidation on the clock or anything, but we do have that going on, but it's all down at the bottom. Thankfully this turns nicely. We'll show on the inside this turns around nice and smoothly, and we've got our little leaf spring down in there. Coin retention arms work great. We'll show that off by putting a coin in here in a second. Pins are nice and together, so all the springs are present. Springs are present down in there as well. All those bits are there. But the part everybody cares about, the clock on this one. I had to do a transplant of a clock. Well, it was actually transplanting this clock onto a different one of these, because originally a different one of kind of this centerpiece that has the flags in it and holds the time indicator dial. And I had to transplant that because the original time indicator arrow on this one, the piece on the inside that sets against the oval shaped brass wheel that allows it to count down, had been completely cracked off. And I'm not confident enough to take it all the way out and just replace this thing. So had to take the clock out, everything out, grab all of the center part off a different one, replace it. As you can see, we got her all working again. And that gave me the opportunity to really get in and clean this guy really nicely. So didn't take the clock apart because, I mean, as you can see, the hairspring was in there nicely. The balance wheel and the axle, they all work and actuate well. All of the gears working properly and doing all the stuff you want them to do. But I was able to get in there with a Q-tip and clean it off real nice. So out of the three that I've shown off so far, the Model 50s, this one's in the best shape as far as the clock goes. So it's doing great. One thing on this one, sometimes you put 2 hours on it and it gets stuck at about 30 minutes. Other times it gets past there and then continues. So you can see we can set it here and it's not sluggish at all. It's working just fine. But every once in a while it gets to about 30 minutes and stops. I don't know if that coil needs more tension on it or what. I know how to do that. I'm also very careful with the coils because I've already had one of them pop on me, which wasn't fun at all. And now that clock is useless. I got to try to take parts off of that one and fix another one. So I'm not going to over tighten it. Maybe it just needs a little more lubrication. As you can see, she's just about to count all the way down to 0. So I'm not touching that. You can put a little more tension on that coil if you want. But in good shape. We don't have any real oxidation. So we got a little on the post there where you would attach the unit to the case itself. But nothing on the clock itself. It's in good shape. You got the little tension thing to keep the door closed. So all of that's present. Let's look at the time indicator dial. This does have a little bit of damage and scratching here. So a little bit there. You can see you got the scratching up there. Got a lot of damage there, maybe from where another one was set against it. And then somebody wrote the number 70 there. So it's pretty straight. So that's good. A little bit of bending that could probably go on. And I didn't have to do much there. It was, it kind of had a wave in it. So it went a little that way and then a little that way and then came back down. But took that out of it. This side's better. But you can see maybe it was sitting in some water. There's like calcification or something on there. Just used some water. I'm always deathly afraid that I'm going to wipe numbers and letters off of the graphic itself. So I didn't hit it with any soap. You can go ahead and clean that up if you want. Before this gets too long, let's put some time in. So we'll do this, and okay, we're at 6 minutes here. All the way around. Now we're up to about 14. Let's do that again. I would have expected a little more time. So let's see here. We're at about 14. There. Now we're up to 24. I've noticed it do that a couple of times. When it's down at like 5, 6 minutes and you put a penny in, sometimes it doesn't catch it. The rest of the time it catches the penny fine. So maybe a little adjustment to that wheel and the depth of that wheel that needs to happen. Here goes a nickel, so we should go to about an hour 24, and we'll take her all the way around. Look at that. There we go. Coins came back out. Let me know if you have any questions. I have been posting a few of these. This is the last functional unit I'll probably be posting. The other two both have issues. They might have few enough issues that I can combine them into one functional issue, but I'm not confident right now. There's a number of things wrong with them. So next week's video, you might just see 2 non-functional units, and we kind of walk through all of that. But this is the third and final one I can promise that I'll be listing that is functional, counting down, and has a good clock on it. Send any questions my way. Thanks.